Hello, and I'm Artie Rose from the fictional baseball universe. And we have come to the World Series, and it is a subway series between the New York Yankees and the New York Mets. I am managing the Yankees throughout this season, and should be a challenge to see if I can actually beat the Mets in the World Series. So let's go. I have already played the series, so I'm going to recap for you and hopefully keep it interesting. So we go here to game one. We played at Shea Stadium. Starting pitchers were Tommy John for the Yankees and Doc Gooden for the Mets. And as you can see here, the Mets won game one, 4-1. Recap is the Mets started the World Series in style, downing the Yankees at Shea Stadium. Uh, Dwight Gooden threw 7 innings of 6 hit ball, only gave up 1 run. Kevin Mitchell uh, helped the Mets take an early lead with a 2-run home run, and he came in the first inning, making the score 2-zip. Gooden said we had a good game plan and we were able to execute it. So that was game one. As you can see, the Yankees had 6 hits. 3 of them came from Mike Easler, the DH. Don Mattingly had 2 hits. Don Mattingly had a double in the sixth inning. The only RBI was for Mike Easler. The Mets, on the other hand, had a home run by Kevin Mitchell, and that was it. No other. They had 5 hits. Um, Kevin Mitchell knocked in 2 runs. Tommy John actually pitched the complete game and lost. I mean, we didn't have a bad game, but that's how it went. So, game one goes to the Mets, and they lead the series 1-0. And we'll be back to recap game two right after this. Okay, so we are back. I'm Marty Rose, and we are recapping now game two of the Subway Series between the 1986 Mets and the 1986 Yankees. Game two goes to the Yankees, 9-5. Don Mattingly was the difference. It would turned out to be a shootout between the Mets and Yankees. Mattingly went 2 for 4, and now the series is tied 1-1. Yankees took the lead 4-1 in the top of the third. Starting pitchers were Ron Guidry and Rick Aguilera, and Mattingly blasted a 2-run home run off of Aguilera to put the Yankees in front. Willie Randolph had 3 hits. Don Mattingly knocked in 4 runs. Danny Pasqua also hit a home run, knocked in 2 runs. Mike Pagliarulo also hit a home run. So Aguilera gave up 3 home runs. Willie Randolph had a double. Wayne Tollison had a double in the ninth inning. The Mets, Kevin Mitchell had a home run. That's his second of the series, I believe. Lenny Dykstra doubled. Wally Backman had a double. Moving on to pitching, Ron Guidry went the distance. Um, gave up all 5 runs. Had 131 pitches. Rick Aguilera took the loss. He only lasted 4 1/3 innings. And Ron Darling came in for 3 2/3 innings, and they brought in Jesse Orosco to finish it off. So the series is tied now, 1-1, and we will go to Yankee Stadium for Game 3. So we'll have that right after this. Okay, so we are back, and today is Game 3 at Yankee Stadium. Now, the first 2 games were at Shea Stadium, and the series is tied 1-1. So now we're going to Yankee Stadium, and Game 3 is won by the Yankees, and they now take a 2-1 lead. Dave Winfield was a hero in Game 3. He went 2 for 3 with a home run and a walk, scored 2 runs, and drove in 2 runs. They actually won that game in the bottom of the ninth. So it was a walk-off win. And their walk-off win, they were down to their last out in the bottom of the ninth when Danny Pasqua turned a pitch from Roger McDowell into a 2-run double. And the Yankees walked off with the win, putting them in the lead 2-1. Scott Nielsen started the game. This is very interesting because the once the pitching on this Yankee team gets past Ron Guidry, who was the ace, and Tommy John, who's pretty solid, both older type pitchers. We turn to the younger guys, and Scott Nielsen, who was actually 11-0 during the regular season, pitched 24 games, 108 innings, had a 3.16 ERA. He was fantastic. But he comes in here in the World Series and he gives up 6 hits, 6 runs, 3 home runs in 2 innings. So we go to the bullpen, Bob Tewksbury, then Rod Scurry, and then Dave Righetti, who actually won the game because the game was won in walk-off fashion. Anyway, so that's the recap of Game 3, and we'll be back after this for a recap of Game 4. So here we are, Game 4, and the Mets blast the Yankees 8-1. So the series is tied at 2. A big part of the credit for the win goes to Bobby Ojeda, who pitched 9 innings of 4-hit ball, only gave up 1 run. The Yankees only had a few good swings against Ojeda. He threw 117 pitches over 9 innings. That's a great performance. As far as the Mets, they kind of manhandled Dennis Rasmussen, again, one of the younger pitchers on the staff. He did go 7 innings, but he gave up 9 hits, 6 runs, struck out 6, walked 2, and gave up 2 home runs. Home runs, Darryl Strawberry and Keith Hernandez. And so, yeah, the series is now even at 2. We go to game 5, which will be the final game at Yankee Stadium. And we'll recap that for you right after this. Okay, so we're back now, and we're coming up on game 5. And pivotal game 5, the last game at Yankee Stadium, and the Yankees eke it out 7-6. Danny Pasqua again had 3 hits, and even though the Mets did rally in the ninth here and came up with 2 runs to make it 7-6, they couldn't push it to get the win. Mike Easler hit a 2-run double in the bottom of the 5th off of Dwight Gooden to put the Yankees out in front. Mike Easler also went 2 for 4. So Yankees lead the series 3-2, and we're going to go to Shea Stadium for games 6 and 7. Doc Gooden lost the game, and Tommy John was the winner. So this series is like a tit for tat. Got a funny feeling it's going to go 7 games. So we'll come back and recap game 6 right after this. Okay, so we're back for game 6. And the Yankees are leading 3-2. So let's go to the box score, and the Mets win game 6 and force game 7. So Rick Aguilera went up against Ron Guidry again, and it was a very good chance that the Yankees could have won that game because Guidry's been fantastic, especially during the postseason. But Ricky Aguilera went 8 innings, only gave up 5 hits. Darryl Strawberry had a critical at bat with no one out in the bottom of the 6th. He hit a 2-run home run in the bottom of the 6th, and that actually put the icing on the cake. Other notable plays: top of the 1st, Mike Easler hit a RBI single, and the game was tied at 1. Bottom of the 1st, Kevin Mitchell hit a home run to tie it up. Top of the 6th, Mike Pagliarulo hit a home run off of Rick Aguilera. And that was the only 2 runs that the Yankees had. And then, of course, on the bottom of the 6th, Darryl Strawberry hit a 2-run home run, capping a 3-run 6th that put it to bed for the Mets, and they won 6-2. So, game 7, exciting, and we're going to recap that for you. Probably watch the highlight reel.